Well, developing tonight, we're hearing from New York State's comptroller and an advocate on the importance of accessibility at state parks. This after an audit found that the agency should make some improvements for people with disabilities. Now, this audit took place over more than 2 years, with Comptroller Tom DiNapoli's office visiting 40 different state parks, including 10 right here in our region. The most common suggested improvement had to do with bathrooms that often had stalls maybe not wide enough for wheelchairs or people with other limitations. Here are some of the numbers from the audit. Auditors checked out nearly 1,500 different amenities at all these different parks. While they were technically compliant with the Americans with Disabilities Act, the report found that nearly 900 of the areas, about 62%, could use some improvement in terms of accessibility. BJ Stasio is a disability rights advocate here in Buffalo. He pointed out to us that just because something is ADA compliant doesn't mean it's actually functional for everyone.
But instead of focusing on the ADA, maybe you need to focus on universal design for all, because I have a disability today. You might have a disability tomorrow. It's very difficult because you have to think about whether the sidewalks are level, whether there's gravel, because a wheelchair like mine gets stuck in the gravel, and sometimes the bathrooms aren't as accessible as you would like them to be. Yes, you could get through the door, but what about the size of the stall to get in and use the bathroom comfortably if you need be?
The State Office of Parks, Recreation and Historic Preservation responded to the audit, saying that it actually agrees with all the recommendations and will, quote, conduct a multifaceted review of its policies, facilities and programs to establish a plan to meet its long-term goals of addressing identified barriers to accessibility.
What happens, Michael, with some audits is that we often get pushback from the agency that we audit saying, controllers, folks, you don't know what you're talking about. Actually, in this case, the agency acknowledged that a lot more work needs to be done there. They shared with us as part of the audit process some of the steps they are taking to improve the situation.
Mr. Stasio said that he appreciates that the State Parks Department has promised to make some improvements, but he's naturally skeptical.
It's kind of like, put your money where your mouth is. Let's see the actions happen, because I've heard so many times from people in positions, oh, we'll make it happen, and then it doesn't happen, and then you have to have another meeting with them. New York State belongs to everybody with a disability. Western New York belongs to everybody with and without a disability. So let's just make everything inclusive and welcoming.
Comptroller DiNapoli told me that his office will do a follow-up audit to see if the recommendations are actually put into practice. We'll stay on top of it.